Hey guys, back again. Let's get into upgrading these portals. MIP makes a 4mm offset, what is it, a wide track kit for the, they're saying the TRX4 Defender, but you can put it on pretty much whatever you want. Baby instruction manual here. So stock motor gear, 4mm offset spacer. Really, nothing changes besides the shaft.
Well, isn't that convenient?
Yeah, let's be real simple. There's a difference you can get to see there. I don't know if yeah, there's your offset difference. 4mm.
Very nice.
Yes, sir. Now, because we're running Vanquish wheels, this is kind of almost pointless because we can just put fatter hubs. Vanquish, their hubs use different thicknesses. This is a 675, I believe. I don't know. I'm just talking out my hat. See, that one's narrower. All the way down to the ones we're running in these wheels, which is almost pretty much 4 mils itself. So, you know, if we wanted to achieve the exact same thing, I could have just tossed one of these on there, pushed it out. But also now it gives us capability. We can go way out there if we want. So. Yeah, let's rock and roll. So yeah, tell us about some of the mods you guys have done to your trucks. Leave some comments below. You know, send us a link to your page. We'll check it out and see what you guys are working on.
Yeah, it'd be good to see what's out there.
Yes, sir. Get some ideas. So. Like we said, we got no direction to this build. We're just kind of loosely, blindly building, throwing some stuff at it. This thing's gonna probably go together, come apart more times than we can count, but whatever. That's what the hobby's about, killing time, right? Hide in the basement. One done. Always test your stuff. Make sure it feels absolutely butterly smooth. If you feel it goes around and then gets stuck, there could be a piece of sand or you didn't see in there, or a chunk of metal gear or rust or something. You can go in there, take a file, knock that out, clean that up. You know, it's 20 below outside. You got the time. Might as well, in our case, it's 20 below outside. You got the time. You might as well just take it apart. Run it out properly. Always re-grease. Gears love eating each other, so grease stops that. One of my comp SCX10 builds, we call her Djibouti. We'll do a feature build on it. It's a little pickup truck, two-door Jeep thing that I built a few years back. That guy runs a hardened steel spur gear, but I run I think it's a 12-tooth pinion gear, and they don't make it in a hardened steel in the pitch that I'm running. So they constantly eat each other, the pinion gear. Of course, that was the one that gets shredded, so after a few comps I got to replace that gear, and it just turns into a little pile of metal filings on the frame. But I got it run real low. I got to dig in that truck with underdrive, overdrive and stuff, so I can, if I want, I can get those tires just barely turning, and that's what you want. You want to find that traction and just keep looking for it. Some gates have time limits on them. Sometimes you need all that time just to work your way through it. Sometimes you waste all your time just sitting in one spot spinning tires. Yeah. We used to do comps locally here. You know, collectively, I think it's something we're going to try to bring back with other communities and other groups that are here in Winnipeg and in Canada, for that fact. You know, it's not hard to travel. You know, but we need more comps. We need more. You know, more covers, more getting out there, more stuff for the community to do. There's lots of fabulous builders throughout Canada. I know West Coast and East Coast seem to be doing lots, but kind of the central areas were kind of stagnant and really having any big comp, big support. No big companies do anything, so that's something we'd like to work together with local people and manufacturers and get some, you know, stuff going for the community up here. You know, they do. I think people that play ringette do, and hockey and stuff like that for juniors do more than we do. Oh yeah. It's a far bigger community, the RC, than, you know, I don't want to say hockey, but definitely some sports. Guarantee you there's an RC in almost everybody's family. Ew. Some kitty hair on there or something. No. Where's my piece, Jesse? Found my piece.
You find it? You found your piece?
I found it.
Funny story to that, guys. How's she feeling?
Beautiful, man.
Nice.
Oh, that works. The proper one. So there we are. There's going to be our full lock steering angle, right about there. Pretty healthy. I think the SCX10-2 digs out a little bit more out of that, but we're also sitting on portals, so it's pretty impressive for portal steering. Portals aren't new. They've been in the hobby for years ago. Oh, like 2010, 2012 era. We had picked up some green energy ones, ran them in a truck. Same idea, same thing everybody's running. Problem with the energy ones though is the gear reduction one was so low on it. you needed some real RPMs to get those things running. We're going to tear into the last two portals off camera. We don't need to waste any more time on it. Just you have to speed up some of this anyway to get through it all. But we're going to tear these last two together. We're going to jump back in after we get these mounted. As you can see, we got to remove the front axle again. We're just wanting to see all our clearances up in here. Front axle's got to come out to get to the top screw at the portal. We could sit there with a wrench and whatever, but we might just drill a hole right through here for competition reasons. In case we break something in a comp, we can just get a screwdriver in there and pull that really quick. So then we can take out that whole portal, change an axle, change a CVD, change a gear, whatever breaks, cross pin, put the whole thing back in instead of taking the whole thing back out. So that's really easy to do. All you got to do is find one without a piece of fuel line on it. Find that guy and kind of find the target. He's gonna end up right there, top of the wheel well. Oh, don't knock the monster over. So yeah, you know what? We're gonna cut a hole right through there because we're fancy like that, and that'll just give us a slight advantage out in the trail. Because what are you gonna want to do? You're gonna have to tear apart, drop the front axle. Less screws, better, right? Rip your body off, boom, boom, 2 screws, slide that out, slide it back in. I'm liking that. I'm feeling that. You're gonna have the cable for your shift linkage and stuff in there. So that's gonna be what we're gonna do on that. We'll get back into this in a little bit when we get these portals ready to hang. We're gonna toss the rear axle in it. By the time you guys jump back in, she's gonna be sitting on the rear axle and portals, and we'll go on from there with getting some weight on the chassis and start playing suspension tuning and see what goes. Underdrive, overdrive gear should be in this Wednesday, Thursday. Hopefully we can get them in before Friday when we go out to Eliminator RC. Has an indoor rock crawling course. We're gonna go run that Friday night. It's a pretty aggressive course. It's geared more towards straight up 2.2 comp trucks. I've run it with some 1.9s, but my 1.9s that were running at the time were scale-based, hard body, yada yada yada, things that I don't really want to tear up. I've got a couple hundred hours into them build-wise. I take my time. I like to do everything by hand, all hand sand, all hand tools when I'm working with those ones. But this comp build, we're going to build it quick, power tools and crap bodies, and just going to run the bag off it, make it tough. Probably going to be running on 4S system, just make it hammer down. And yeah, we'll get back to you guys soon.